The USCIS is now improving their customer service and access to information for certain applicants of humanitarian-based and victim-based immigration relief. This is excellent news because if you have filed anything such as a VAWA, a T visa, a U visa application, or even an I-751, that's to go from the 2-year to the 10-year green card, but you're doing that based on mistreatment, you know that it is very hard to just pick up the phone and call immigration to ask them questions about your case. And that's because of their confidentiality requirements. Now, your information is still going to be extremely confidential because the USCIS still has to comply with legal requirements to keep your application confidential. But what they're going to do now is implement new guidance that will enable them to strike a balance between keeping your application extremely confidential, but enabling you better access to information about your case and give you the ability to make changes without going through all the hoops that one has to go through now. The way that we as attorneys work around this restricted access to information is we communicate with the USCIS through a special email that's granted only for attorneys to communicate with the USCIS regarding our client's case. But now clients and individuals will be empowered to also check on the status of their application and also be able to make changes to their application without having to go through snail mail. Because initially what would happen is if you try to call USCIS about your VAWA case, your T visa case, your U visa case, or your I-751 case with a waiver, you would have gotten stonewalled. And they would tell you, you need to go and contact the Vermont Service Center through snail mail. And we all know how that works. This takes weeks to get to where it needs to go. And it may even be lost in the mail or lost in the USCIS file room. But all of that is now going to be improved. It's effective immediately, by the way, so this is the policy right now. Now, when you call immigration, they're going to have a special procedure to verify your PII. That's your personally identifiable information. So what you're going to need when you call the customer service line of the USCIS is you're going to need your receipt notice. That's that notice that you get right after you file your application. The receipt notice usually contains your A number, your full name, sometimes your date of birth, the application number, and the date of receipt and the notice date. You're also going to want to make sure that you have a copy of the application that you submitted to the Immigration Service. That's also going to contain the PII that USCIS is going to want to verify. So here's the information you should have handy when you're calling to verify your application and to get access to information you may need about the status or other updates. Receipt number, A numbers, full names, date of birth, addresses. Make sure you know your physical address as well as your safe address. They also updated their procedures on safe mailing addresses. Now, in my practice, what usually happens is I represent my clients and our address is their safe mailing address. So we get all the mail for our clients to ensure that no matter what situation they're in, their mail is safe. And if our client lives with their abuser or lives in a compromising situation, they will not have to worry about the abuser finding out about this mail or with anybody compromising or tampering with their immigration mail. Now, this will remain the same. Once the representative's address is listed as a safe address, then all mail and original documents and benefits, such as the green card, such as the work permit, will be sent to that designated safe address, which is the representative's address. Now, if the safe address is not the representative's address and there is a different safe address, But then on the G28 form, that's the form that gives the attorney permission to represent the client and access records for the client. If it is indicated that the attorney should still collect all original and secure documents, then it's going to still be sent to the representative's address. A courtesy copy informing the individual that they have received their original document and it has been sent to the representative will be sent to the safe address. Because remember, the safe address on the application shows differently than what's indicated in the form for the attorney to collect all the information. So just be very careful and consider this when deciding what addresses to use and where what should go. Now, if the individual sent only their physical address, and so the physical address and the mailing address show as the same, but they have a representative, in order to ensure that confidentiality and safety is maintained, they will send the original documents and secure documents to the attorney or representative on file. Now, if there's no attorney involved and this person is filing on their own, but they provided a safe mailing address or a preferred address, then the mail and all original documents will be sent to the safe mailing address. So make sure it's correct on the application and make sure that wherever you're sending it, that whoever is at that address, it's a dependable location where you know you will be safe and your documents will be kept confidential. Now, if the person who is unrepresented by an attorney sends only their physical address meaning physical address is same as mailing address, then all documents and original documents will be sent to this physical address. So be sure when you are considering the mailing procedures of the USCIS, you keep this in mind to maintain your safety and confidentiality. Now, this guidance is also in place to remind officers of the sensitivity and confidentiality that's required here so that they pay special attention to your preferences in the application regarding where you want what to be sent. So that's it for now. It's great news. It means that our clients, as well as individuals who file these victim-based applications and humanitarian-based applications, are more empowered to manage their application process and to be reassured during the process. If you need more help, you know where to find me.